Waiters, have you ever had to call the cops on your table? Working at this fancy steakhouse downtown, we got all kinds of weird customers. But nothing prepared me for what happened on a Tuesday night in September. This couple walks in with this massive German Shepherd, wearing one of those bright blue vests that said, "Emotional Support Animal," in bold letters. The vest looked cheap, like something you'd order online for 20 bucks. Right away, the dog was acting up, barking at people walking by, growling when the hostess tried to seat them near other tables. The woman kept yanking on its leash, saying, "Calm down, Ranger, you're being a good boy." But this dog was anything but calm. They finally got seated in the corner booth, and I was their server. The guy immediately starts going off about how this is a federally protected right, and nobody can question his service animal. I'm thinking, okay, whatever. I've seen emotional support animals before. Usually they're quiet little dogs that just sit there. But Ranger was pacing, whining, and at one point actually snapped at this toddler who was walking past their table with his mom. The kid started crying, and the mom gave me this look like, "Are you gonna do something?" I politely told the couple that if the dog couldn't behave, they'd need to take him outside. That's when the guy completely lost it. Started yelling about discrimination and threatening to sue the restaurant. His girlfriend or wife, whatever. She's just sitting there looking embarrassed. Here's where it got really weird though. I noticed they kept reaching under the table with food. Not like giving the dog little scraps, but full pieces of steak. And then I saw something that made my stomach drop. The woman was literally pouring wine into a little bowl under the table. I watched from across the restaurant as this dog started drinking wine. Like actual alcohol. The couple thought they were being sneaky, but half the dining room could see what was happening. 20 minutes later, the dog started acting even stranger. It was stumbling around, whimpering in this sad way, and its eyes looked all glassy. Then it threw up right under their table. Just projectile vomited everywhere. This woman at the table next to them tapped my shoulder. She whispered, "I'm a vet tech, and that dog looks drugged. Look at its pupils." I looked closer and she was right. One pupil was way bigger than the other, and the dog could barely stand up straight. I immediately told my manager what I saw. He took one look at the situation and said, "Call animal control and call the police." When the couple heard us on the phone, they tried to leave in a hurry, but the dog couldn't even walk properly anymore. The cops showed up in like 10 minutes. They searched the woman's purse and found bottles of dog tranquilizers and some kind of painkillers. Turns out they'd been drugging this poor dog to make it seem calm enough to pass as a service animal.